Hello there, fellow adventurers. This is Sorvesteon coming to you from Riders of Icarus with another taming guide. And this time I am in the Ruins of Matren looking to tame Leorid. So Leorid is this very cool looking big white lion with all these tails. And you can find him, like I said, in the Ruins of Matren on Heroic only. Now, like most other elite familiars, you are going to need a special item in order to tame this guy. So let's see what the book says. The only time this researcher has seen him pacified was when the dark mage Zeppelo appeared with a brilliant crystal. Well. I just happen to have 5 of them. These things are super easy to get. You're going to get them just by running the Ruins of Matren, and they drop off of pretty much every boss in the dungeon. So just before I made this video, I went and I ran Heroic 1, so Heroic but on very easy, by myself, and I got 4 of them. Basically, one dropped off every single boss. So these are super easy to get. Alright, so let's bring up the map again. So, like I said, he only shows up when you run this dungeon on Heroic. And when you do run it on Heroic, 2 of them will show up in the dungeon. Always. There will be one here, and there will be one here. However, when you find them, the one here will start getting attacked by kind of the undead zombies and the mages that are raising all the zombies up. So that's why I'm sitting here outside. That area can be accessed via this ice wall, this frozen barrier, or this one here. And basically, you can see this wall that I'm looking at right here in front of me is right here, where my mouse is. And this other wall that I'm looking at, this one here, is basically right here. So there are 2 paths into this area. So as soon as you go in, you'll have to, well, if you're going in by yourself, then it won't really matter because you're only going to be taming one. But if you want to tame the one on this side, you'll have to go in right away and you'll have to save it before it gets killed by all the undead zombies. If you don't particularly care about that one, well then you can go in on this side and this one will be perfectly safe and you can just, take your time clearing out all the mobs. Okay, so I personally think the easiest way to tame Leorid is to run the dungeon on Heroic very easy. That would be Heroic 1. And you can see, like up here, I've got a 1, right? Now, for those of you who have never kind of, set the difficulty of a dungeon, all you have to do when you enter the dungeon is you'll get this pop-up and you can select Story, Elite, or Heroic, and you just select Heroic and then you select very easy. Simple. Alright, so that's probably the easiest way to do it because you can control a lot of things that way. You're just by yourself. You can control when and how you aggro everything and what you kill, and you can pull things more carefully. And that is my personal recommendation. Also, the mobs are a lot easier. Leorid's going to be a lot easier. If you're running it on Heroic 5, well, then he's going to be very tough, and so are the mobs in here. In fact, they will one-shot, basically, wizards, priests, and assassins. Like, anything short of a tank, really, will pretty much get one-shot in here with the current level cap and the current armor that you can get in the game. Now, I did want to show you what happens if you do go in this side. My personal recommendation would actually be to go in the other side. Here, let me just go back around. So my personal recommendation is actually to go in this side and just clear out the mobs from here and not even really worry about the other Leorid because this one you don't have any pressure to do. However, most groups don't go in that side because most groups, come over here to do this boss. Makontin the Smith. And so there's another boss just over on the other side of this frozen barrier, and so they'll usually take down this barrier instead, which means that, as soon as you take down this barrier and step inside, that other Leorid is going to start getting attacked. And if you're running it with a group and you need, to get Leorid, it's very possible some other people in your group will also need to get Leorid, so you'll want to keep both of them alive. So I wanted to show you basically, what you can expect and what you need to do in order to save the Leorid on this side. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take down this barrier. Go explosive shot. Alright, so taking down this barrier doesn't actually start the process. You can see, like, over here, nothing's really started. Everything's still basically kind of frozen. No one's really doing anything. As soon as I step in, see that Dark Summoner, who is right beside Leorid, which is right over here? He's going to start something. So, let's go and get rid of this guy. This Dark Summoner. Alright, and that doesn't start anything either, so I think it's proximity based. So I'm just going to go in there and see the mobs over here, and see, look, they've started attacking him already. So I gotta go in there, and I'm just gonna use... Alright, I gotta be careful not to kill Leorid. He's got lots of health though, so it's not usually a problem. Alright. Now, you don't have to worry about this boss that's standing right there. You will have to worry about Leorid, however. He will chase you for a long time, and the best way to just kind of get him to de-aggro is basically just to run back to the very start of the dungeon. And now that's what I'm doing because I'm, doing this by myself. But if you were with a group, well, then you would have your tank basically take aggro, and you guys would want to beat him down to a point where, he is tameable, because he is quite strong. Alright, so I'm back, and Leorid successfully de-aggroed off of me when I went back to the entrance. So all the way back here to the town gate. That's how far you have to go to get him to de-aggro off of you. And you can see he is, just back where he originally started, quite safe. And there's no mobs around anymore. I have taken them all out. And you can see the other Leorid over there. And he is surrounded by the Dark Summoners and, kind of these frozen zombies, but no one's attacking him. So he's quite safe, and he's the one that I recommended because, you can just, very easily go around and clear out these guys without having to worry about, even hitting him. Well, there's one guy attacking him, but it's not really too much of an issue because, like I said, he will just take them out very easily. The problem is the other Leorid because he just gets swarmed, and he cannot, take them out on his own, and so he will die. Alright, so let's just clear out the rest of these mobs. Ah, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah. Alright, so it's very easy on Heroic 1, and the benefit of doing it on Heroic 1 is that, even mounted, these things are very, very, very easy. So you can just use your mount, and you can just go through and you can basically just wipe out most of the mobs in here. So it doesn't particularly matter if you're, a really squishy wizard or a squishy priest, you can just come in here on your mount and you can use whirlwind spear and explosive shot and focus barrage and just take down everything and not have to worry. So this is the frost barrier that I did recommend you go through, and I'm just gonna take it down. Ow, what the heck? I don't know, explosive shot does that sometimes. If you're not if you haven't already hit what you wanted to target, sometimes explosive shot just for some reason tends to miss. I don't know why. Alright, anyways, so this is the path that I recommend you come through, and then just come in here, and I do recommend that you clear out all the mobs in here because once you get on Leorid, he will run around, and you don't want him running into other mobs. And, you know, like, you don't want him running into a Dark Summoner, and then the Dark Summoner summoning a whole bunch of frozen zombies, and you getting kind of wasted because, you know, you basically just ran into a whole bunch of mobs that you didn't clear out. You don't really have to worry about this boss over here, Dark Mage Zeppelo. He's the one that was mentioned in the book, by the way. He also drops the, what was it, the Brilliant Crystals, yeah. So you don't have to worry about him. Leorid will not pat over here. Now, Leorid himself actually hits pretty hard, no matter what difficulty you put this dungeon on. I mean, it's heroics, and basically every difficulty he's going to hit pretty hard. Not really for tanks. Tanks are good. Berserkers will also probably be fine because, you know, we're both wearing heavy armor. However, for assassins, priests, and wizards, even on just Heroic 1, he hits pretty hard. Like, you won't be able to take very many hits from him. So, you know, the easiest way to probably do this is actually just to attack him on your mount. And that way you can use things like Explosive Shot and other stuff, and you have, you know, you're faster so you can dodge him and kind of kite around. And then once you've got his health down low enough, just jump off your mount and then jump on him. Easy, right? Alright, so let's go and buff myself up. Alright, so I'm just going to Explosive Shot him after I've hit him. Ah, I missed. What up with that? Okay, well, let's try a Focus Barrage. See, he's got a lot of health. And this is on Heroic 1. And this is a plus 10 Frozen Bow. I mean, look at that. That's... he's got a lot of health. That's crazy. Alright, so I'm just going to keep, you know, kind of patting around and just give him one more Explosive Shot. See, I think that's about good enough. So now I can just hop off my mount, and I can go into Taming Mode, and I can hop on him. And I think this should go well. I mean, you know, I took down his health to a pretty low point, so he's pretty weak at this point. Oh my gosh. Excellent! And Leorid has been tamed. Alright, so let's just take a quick look at Leorid's skills, and he gets, you know, a pretty impressive set. He gets 6 skills. It's the first time I've really seen, you know, an elite familiar with 6 skills. Now he gets Cold Resistance, which is going to be really handy for Parna's Coast, which is coming out soon. He gets a Raging Roar, which is a buff that increases your attack speed by 30% for 10 seconds. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. He gets basically a stun attack. He gets another stun attack. Now he gets another passive called Brilliant Aura that increases your health by 5%. And look at that, he gets a third stun attack. I mean, this thing is stun crazy. But very good for tanks because of the health increase and also for the attack speed increase, which is why I've also got him as a pet. And that is how you tame the Lion Leorid in the Ruins of Matren. This has been Sorvesteon. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel for more taming videos about Riders of Icarus. Until next time, fellow adventurers, take care and have fun.